Hello and welcome to Alternative Rock, or Alternative Metal for that matter, with Dr. Elephant's Revolution. It's the fourth album now out, which is called Between Order and Chaos, featuring quite a bit of tracks. This album lasts for about 60 minutes, well, almost, and it seems to be again a self-financed one. Nice looking digipack, yet still pretty basic. But I like digipack, so I tend to have it's nice when it doesn't look like it sucks. Features obviously plain and simple CD and a little bit of a space-like background with the given images. So nothing spectacular, nothing out of ordinary, but something that is, you could say, well done. Here you have the lyrics, which I don't think my Zoom is able to really captivate, so let's just quickly scroll through so you get to see what are you getting in case you are going to buy this one. This band is from Switzerland, and I previously reviewed one of their releases. Gotta say, I didn't like it back in the days. It was just too weird, too much gimmickry, too much all over the place. But luckily, this one is a little bit better. I'll put you to the band's Bandcamp site because the band is not on Metal Archive site, so let's use this for backdrop. It's not really fitting though because I'm doing this video before this new album is even out, a couple of days, but still, which means the new album is not even on the band's Bandcamp site when I'm doing this, but by the time you'll get to see the review, well, you get the idea. So based in Zurich, Switzerland, this band is something that you can really go with these given tags here. It says alternative metal, alternative rock, and, well, Zurich. And this band is really kind of all that. Well, you don't really need to repeat the word alternative many times to get what it's really going on. Sure, sometimes it really sounds more like a rock and roll, sometimes it sounds like more like heavy metal, and sometimes it just sounds like an oddball band. Kind of a goofy, very humorous, but at the same time there are parts where it just get like different vibes all over together. Some points give me like a weird Swiss version of what Turbo Negro could have been later on. So kind of a rock and rollist, kind of a tongue in the cheek and having fun, but not like, making bad music while at it. I'm a Turbo Negro fan, so that is definitely a positive comparison. However, what I think Dr. Elephant's Revolution, by the way, a weird name, seems to lack is the level of catchiness. Compared to the previous work, what I got to listen from the band, it seems like now they are picking up the pieces and figuring out how to make the album just sound overall better. However, with almost 60 minutes in the making, I would say there is still too much certain ideas which don't really add up, add anything of value to the album. I mean, certain level of jokes or so-called funny parts, like humor music tends to have, just seem like they're a little bit misplaced. Don't get me wrong. As a musician, I understand some ideas you just need to have on an album because it feels right to you. But as an audience, sometimes you either get that cringe feeling like, why? And sometimes you're like, yeah, I'm supposed to laugh at here. I'm not laughing. I'm skipping or waiting it to pass. Luckily, those humor moments or weird goofball or whatever moments, they're not taking too much of your time. You can just really let them slide through and then just go with the music. And like I said, some parts are actually quite likable, but they seem to kind of lack the so-called hooking, captivating experience, the kind of a part that, hey, I want to listen to this song again and again and again. It's a so-called hit song material. Nothing is really annoying, but like I said, there are parts which just feel like, you're just waiting things to happen and, move on. But I don't know, this is a weird stuff because it doesn't really fall into any given one style of a box. So it's more like, yeah, you have the more rockish parts, you have the more metallic parts, but is it really heavy metal, or is it some kind of alternative metal, or is it more like alternative rock with the metal parts? Hard to really choose. It has this a little bit like compilation feeling in a way that lots of different ideas are boxed in into this one given box without too many departments, you know. So as such, it's gonna be kind of a hard, kind of acquired taste kind of a thing to really, you know, have the momentum with you. But the production wise, vocal wise, it really has a lot of things to go on with. So I think you need to figure out for yourself. Now, word of warning though, if you are into extreme metal, black metal, death metal, thrash metal, you're not gonna find any of these elements here. So in case you're a hardcore fan of any of given styles, this might not be for you. For fans of heavy metal, doom metal, and definitely different kind of alternative metal, or fans of alternative rock, sure, give it a go. It's gonna entertain some of you big time, I'm guessing, but many of you who are more into traditional style of metal music and rock music will have a little bit hard time to digest it all. But give it a go, you never know if you like it. And links are provided in the description box. By listening, you will figure out whether or not this is your cup of tea or not. Now you know, off you go.